Breakfast time, Gromit!
Another perfect landing. Your turn to make breakfast, Gromit. Eggs, I think. And toast with honey today. Step to it, lad. I'm famished.
Well, what did the postman bring us then? Any orders? Hand it over, lad.
Did you bring the mail, Gromit? Oh, no. Final demand. I don't know. There's payment due now. And a disconnection? Nothing but bills, Gromit. I can't look at these before I have my breakfast. If we don't find some steady customers soon, I don't know how we'll make ends meet. Oh, all right then. I'll open one, but just the one. Seems your subscription to Marrow Growers Monthly is up for renewal. Don't suppose you'd consider cancelling? Thought not. Oh, better pay up then. Now, where did I put my pen? Ah, yes. The living room's out of bounds for now, Gromit. Had to use it for storage. Only temporary, mind. We'll need those crates once the orders start pouring in. No breakfast foods down there, Gromit. Just a reminder, Gromit, in case you've forgotten.
How's that egg coming, Gromit? How's that egg coming, Gromit?
Hi, old fellas. Daniel here. Sorry to leave a message, but it's about that incident in my shop. That blinking mechanical mouse of yours has put me in a right pickle. Happening maybe a sniffer 3000 with advanced cheese tracking capabilities, but it chewed through all me Fensleydale and me Red Leicester too. Now, I know we've always been on good terms, but this morning I find myself not inconsiderably discombobulated, and I can't let it happen again, I'm afraid. I'm sorry to say that with the deepest regret, and following police advice, you and your blinking contraptions are banned from my establishment until further notice.
Walkies can wait, Gromit. I need me breakfast.
How's that egg coming, Gromit? Don't push me buttons, Gromit.
You won't find me breakfast up there, Gromit. find those dog tags I bought you, Gromit?
How's that egg coming, Gromit?
Still no breakfast? I'm beginning to suspect foul play. Ouch! Well, that's a fine way to say good morning. Honey piped directly from the source. Everyone in town will want their own honey tap when word gets out. Hey! Eggs today, Gromit, not porridge. I'll be right here if you need me, nursing me appetite. Silicon flowers, Gromit, a major contribution to our modern lifestyle. They certainly pick a fine time to pile bills on a fellow just when the old piggy bank is empty. I'm trying to ignore them, but you do have a way of making me face up to the hard facts, Gromit. I'd like to help you with breakfast, lad, but it's all part of your training. I wonder how long I could just let these bills pile up before the utility companies get miffed. It would make an interesting experiment. I suppose I should at least pay the wool bill. Oh, hey! That dog is getting a little too independent, if you ask me. Any news on the breakfast front, Gromit? Cracking eggs, Chuck. But I... Done to a turn. My compliments to the chef. But... Honey, how sweet of you, Gromit. Now that's what I call a breakfast feast. Wasn't so difficult, was it, lad? With a hearty plate of eggs and toast under me belt, I'm ready to take on the world. Gromit, I've a strange feeling this is the day our fortunes are going to change.
Morning, Wallace. May I have a word?
If it's about yesterday's little mishap...
Oh, no, you see...
I can assure you it was an accident, Mr. Pinnear, and I'll certainly pay for the damage to your grocery shop. I was just putting the Sniffer 3000 through its paces. It's still only a prototype, you know.
Oh, I realize that, Mr. Wallace.
And what better place to test out a cheese detector than in a shop with such an excellent selection of cheeses?
Happen. But you'll still have to pay for the damage, I'm afraid.
Yes, of course. I'll put it all right. Though funds are, how can I put this, a little tight at the moment. Only until our new business is up and running.
Aye, well, that's what I'm here to talk about. I understand you and Gromit are in the honey business now.
Fresh deliveries daily, from bee to you.
Ah, well, perhaps I can help you get on your feet. I'm having my annual sounding of the Crumpets Festival, and I'm clean out of honey. Can you deliver 50 gallons?
50 gallons?
By tonight?
Tonight?
It'll more than cancel your debt, and it'll be good advertising for you. What do you say?
I say... yes! We're in business, lad! Heads up, no time for slacking. From B to U has landed its first major order. 50 gallons of honey by tomorrow. I want this place to be a hive of activity. It's your chance to show the world what sort of workers you are. They're certainly buzzing with excitement. Or maybe they're hungry. Did you remember to feed them this morning, Gromit? Never mind, lad. I'll do it. Flowers, the perfect meal for a hungry hive. Bon appetit. Oh! Not exactly a flood, is it? Flowers, Gromit. That's the weak link in our production chain. We need more flowers. The remote control for my Sniffer 3000. Too bad about the teasing problems. Still, This might come in handy. Ah, there's the hatch from me rocket ship. Remember that moon holiday, Gromit? My workers are very devoted to their queen. Place could use a good spring cleaning. Any more honey to speak of? Not enough flowers to tip the balance yet. Not to worry, I've got a few ideas. Did I forget to carry 9? No, everything's in order. If we're going to make that honey delivery, we're going to need a lot more flowers. Now where can I find a whole lot of flowers in a hurry?
Beautiful morning, Mr. Wallace. I'm pleased to see you've emerged from your subterranean lair.
No flowers in here. Been doing a spot of gardening, have you, Miss Flit?
Working my green fingers to the bone. But the hard work appears to be paying off.
Indeed it does.
Blooms everywhere. I call it my purple paradise.
It certainly looks delicious. I mean, I imagine it would look delicious if you were an insect.
You mean if I were a bee?
Well, now you mention it.
You want to feed my flowers to your bees?
That is, if you don't mind.
How many would you like?
As many as you can spare.
Oh, you can have all you want, Mr. Wallace.
Oh, much obliged, Miss Flit.
Here, you can jolly well grow your own.
Righto. That flower hasn't bloomed yet.
I know it hasn't, the lazy thing. Oh, but the wait will be worth it.
Oh?
This flower will be the piece de resistance of my purple paradise. And the scent, absolutement heavenly. I'm simply mad about the purple pansy. There now, with hard work and a little luck, you should have a nice bed of flowers in 2 or 3 months.
I can't wait 2 or 3 months. I've got a deadline. This evening.
Oh, you poor simple man. Nothing grows that quickly.
I wonder. Rex Armstrong's Quick Grow Muscle Formula. Watch them sprout in seconds. If it works on people, perhaps I could adapt it to work on flowers. 3 miracle ingredients: Grow Team, Energize, Strongium. Well, I need a miracle, and fast. Shouldn't be too tricky to knock up a batch myself. Then we'll see who's got the grandest garden in West Wallaby Street. The hive will be humming in no time.
Caught you! Can't take an old soldier by surprise.
Morning, Major Crumb.
It is, if you don't mind enemy invasions.
I beg your pardon.
Didn't you get my message? Received intelligence of a major air assault. Expect the sirens to sound any minute. Hope you know where your nearest air raid shelter is.
I do recall something about that, but Major Crumb, are you sure you're not mistaken?
I know. I've made predictions before, but I'm not crying wolf. This time, I've got proof.
A jar?
It's what's inside the jar that counts. Incontrovertible evidence that the enemy is on the move.
Does it? I can only see a snail.
Of course it's a snail. But what's she trying to tell us? That's the important thing.
What is she trying to tell us?
Look at her, man. She's retreated into her shell in the middle of the day. And that means only one thing. It means she knows trouble is about to strike from the heavens. Law of nature, Wallace. Learned it in France during the war. Never wrong yet. Good man, Wallace. I see you at least appreciate the seriousness of the situation. Now, spread the word. If people don't believe what an old soldier has to say, perhaps they'll listen to the snail. You're looking at my case, aren't you, Wallace?
Well, I suppose I was, Major.
Bet you'd like to know what's inside.
I am curious, yes.
Ha! This case is packed full of government-issue protein bars.
Protein?
Rations, Wallace. Emergency rations for... emergencies, obviously. Been stockpiling them since the war. Enough nutrition in them to feed a man under fire for a whole day.
And very tasty they look, too.
Tasty? They're foul, but packed with high-strength protein.
I'd love to try one.
Out of the question, I'm afraid. You don't have clearance. And besides, protein bars are only issued in the event of civil emergencies. Orders are orders, Wallace. Point in showing her to me, old man. I'm already aware of the danger. Show her to the others, the unbelievers.
Ah, Mr. Wallace.
You're standing in a puddle, Mr. Pannier.
My shoes aren't waterproof. Don't forget, Mr. Wallace, 50 gallons by sunset.
Pity it's closed. Oh, I could murder a sausage roll or two. What were those 3 miracle ingredients again? Ah, yes. Protein, energites, and strongium. I used the last of me energites the other day to fuel up my sniffer 3000. Wonder if the landlord would be interested in subscribing to my honey service. No sense in looking for new orders when I haven't fulfilled the first. What were those 3 miracle ingredients again? Ah, yes. Are you?
Hey up, Wallace, love. How's business?
Doesn't suit my immediate purpose.
So, Wallace, in the honey business now, I hear.
Oh, you've heard the buzz, have you?
Oh, indeed I have. It's all over town.
It'll never get off the ground. Stupid idea, if you ask me.
And nobody did.
Couldn't get honey out of a honey jar, that one.
Excuse my husband. He's a right misery gut sometimes.
That's nice.
Ta-ra! Bye then.
Well, if it isn't Wallace. I had a notion you'd be nosing round the police station this morning.
I noticed you received my petition for early release of the Sniffer 3000, Constable Dibbins.
Yes, and I notice it's attracted the signatures of just one man and his dog.
We're only appealing for natural justice.
But your blinking cheese detector thingammy, what do you call it, destroyed an entire grocery store.
Teething problems. It's still only a prototype.
A prototype? It's a villain, if you ask me. A diabolical device. You can see that in its face.
My machine isn't evil, Constable Dibbins. It's just got a short fuse and a few loose nuts.
We'll see. I'm going to formally interview this glorified tin can of yours, and if it can convince me that it's not a menace to society, then perhaps I'll release it into your custody. You there, prisoner. Kindly look at me when I'm talking to you.
Fear not, my little cheese-sniffing friend. Soon have you out of there.
Don't know why I bother. I'm too soft, me. We've had our little chat.
And?
I'm afraid there's no talking to your sniffer. Hardwired for criminality, I'd say.
Must be awfully hot under that helmet, I reckon. A sunny day like today.
It's a trifle sweltering, yes. But danger and discomfort are all in the line of duty for an officer of the law, though most folk don't appreciate it.
Can you see fit to grant my opinion?
Not on your Nelly. That's heaps when I tried to interrogate it.
It only responds to certain commands. Approach?
Well, I'll have another chat with it. More friendly-like.
Oh, yes.
I ain't promising nothing. Time we had a little chat. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me when I'm... Well, if that's how he wants to play it, then he can stay in here until he rusts for all I... No check.
How long do you... It's not malicious.
Is that so?
And so...
Perhaps he does.
Why don't you try... talking?
All right. Once more. You there, prisoner. Kindly look at me when I'm talking to you. If that's his attitude, he...
Constable Dibbins expects the
Why do
sniffer
I listen to
3000
you,
to
Wallace?
look him in the
That
face.
heap of scrap hasn't
He
changed
doesn't
its ways,
understand.
and
The
never
sniffer is
will.
a cheese detector. It only looks at cheese. Oh, there's Miss Sniffer 3000, banged up like a common criminal. Oh, breaks my heart. That cheese detector's not a bad machine, just a bit overkeen. It's all the energites in its system. Energites? It seems to me, yes. Energites is one of the ingredients in Rex Armstrong's Quick Grow Muscle formula. I used my last Energite battery to fuel the sniffer. I'll have to get it back if I want to finish the formula. That mattress looks awfully hard. Just as well the Sniffer 3000 goes into sleep mode automatically. Fear not, my little cheese-sniffing friend. Soon have you out of there. Constable Dibbins expects the sniffer detector. I'm looking forward to your Festival of Crumpets, Mr. Pannier.
I'm afraid you're barred from my store, Wallace.
Bard?
Due to the devastation caused yesterday by your invention. I'm ever so sorry, Chuck.
That looks like... Can it really be cheese?
Indeed it is, Wallace. Wensleydale, your favourite?
And am I to take it that these are...
Yes, free samples. Go on, duck in.
Don't mind if I do, Mr. Pannier. One for now. And one for later. Not sure how I'd pull that off. Let me see. Rope. What's... Ah. No point in that. Wonder if the landlord would be interested. No. Constable Dibbins expects the Sniffer 3000 to look him in the face. He doesn't understand his detector. It only looks at cheese. So, might you be interested in signing up for my honey deliveries, Mrs.
Ooh, I should say so. I'm partial to a spot of honey for me.
Waste of money! We'll never see honey for tea or bread.
Oh, shut up, you! Wallace knows what he's doing.
Is that a head? I took it for a parsnip!
Pay him no mind.
Me poor Sniffer 3000. I only just put the finishing touches on it yesterday, and it's already fallen afoul of the law. Cheesy nibble, Officer Dibbins?
Well, well, well. Wensleydale.
Not attempting to bribe an officer, are you, Wallace? For shame.
The great British Bobby cannot be bought off with a cheesy nibble.
How much does a helmet like that weigh?
£8 and 5 ounces. Some days feels more like £80.
Constable Dib.
You're very...
Only I've made a few minor adjustments to its sound.
I'll be the judge of that. Time we had a little chat. Look at me when I'm talking to you. That's more like it. Now you've had time to think, what can you tell me about what happened yesterday? Feel bad about what you did, do you? Cheeky blighter. Haven't awakened its better nature. Because it hasn't got one. It's...
Constable Dib. Only...
I'll be the... You there, prisoner. Kindly look at me when I'm talking to you. That's what I like to see. Do you regret what you did? I was right about this heap of scrap. We've had
Can't
our
you get
little
a
chat.
cheese detecting device to show
I'm
them
afraid
all?
there's no talking to
Same
your
way you
sniffer.
get to look someone in the eyes, I
Hardwired for
suppose.
criminality,
Uh-huh.
I'd say.
Only different. Constable... Only...
I'll be the... That's right. Show a little respect. Now you've had time to think, what can you tell me about what happened yesterday? Feel bad about what you did, do you?
Blasted impertinence!
No
How do you
change,
get
I'm
a
afraid. and its moral compass seems to be badly malfunctioning.
The Sniffer 3000 wasn't cut out for prison life. It runs on energides, not porridge. That mattress looks awfully hard. Just fear not, my little cheat. How do you get a cheese detecting device to show remorse? Same way you get it to look someone in the eyes, I suppose. Only different. Constable.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll... You there. That's more like it. Do you regret what you did? I was right about this heap of scrap. It's wired for wickedness.
how do you get a
Why
cheese
do I listen to
detecting
you,
device
Wallace?
to show
That
remorse?
heap of scrap hasn't
Same
changed
way
its
you get it
ways.
to look someone in the
and never
eyes, I
will.
suppose. Only different.
Have you come to deliver my order?
It's not quite ready yet, I'm afraid.
You're not going to disappoint me. Not after yesterday's little incident.
Oh, no. You can count on from B to U. Just bear with me for a moment, Mr. Pannier. Major Crumb wanted me to show you this.
That's a snail, Mr. Wallace.
I know.
Why are you showing me a snail?
Well, it's in its shell, you see, and according to Major Crumb, when a snail goes into its shell during the day, it means we can expect untold airborne activity of an unpleasant nature.
Go home, Wallace, and get some rest. Reckon you've been overdoing the inventing.
How do you get a cheese detecting device? Do you know anything about snails, Mrs. Gabberly?
I know they eat them in continental parts.
Well, yes, but do you think there's anything special about this one?
To be honest, I couldn't rightly tell.
Uh-oh.
Hey, it's not closing time yet.
Let me see. What would protein? Energy. Not such a long list, Ray. How do you get a cheese detecting device to show remorse? Same way you get it to look someone in the eyes, I suppose. Only different. I hope they're not being too rough with Miss Sniffer 3000. May I show you something, Constable Dibbins?
Is it important?
It might be.
That's a snail, Wallace.
Do you notice anything peculiar about it?
Only the person what's holding it.
How do you get a cheese detecting device to show remorse? Same.
The sky is blue, and still it rains on yours truly. Why does everything happen to me? The sky is blue, and still it rains on yours truly.
How do you get a cheese detecting? Not on, I'm afraid. Just bear with me for a moment, Mr. Pannier. Major Crumb wanted me to show you this.
That's a snail, Mr. Rock.
I know.
Why are you showing me it?
Well, it's in its shell, you see. We can expect untold...
Go home, Wallace, and get some rest. Reckon you've been overdoing the inventing.
How do you get a cheese detector?
Why does everything happen to me?
How do you get a cheese detector? Gromit loves his coal box. The well's run dry. Me porridge gun could prove fatal if it fell into inexperienced hands. Oops. Silicon flowers. Can't feed those to my bees. They... I must be up already. It's empty. I could have sworn there was a tea bag left. Hold on a minute. Strongium. That's one of the ingredients in Rex Armstrong's Quick Grow Muscle formula. I need that tea bag. It's got squirrel tracks in it. That pesky rodent must have been at me toast again. He certainly is crackers for toast. No more bread. It's a comfort to know we're well stocked with biscuits. Cold toast. Shame to let it go to waste. The Mix-O-Matic will be perfect for whipping up a tasty growth formula. Running a bit low on Wensleydale. Closed up shop for the day, have you? The auto flip frying pan. That was my birthday present for Gromit last year. It's got squirrel tracks in it. That pest... I wonder what happened to his little cricket bat. Water's all right, but growth formula would be faster.
What are you on about?
I wonder what happened to his little cricket bat. Awfully long drop. That squirrel nicked my tea bag.
And what if he did? Force never solved anything, Wallace. Kindness. That's what's called for.
Nothing good can come of that. Here you are, little fella. Try some toast.
Yes, do feed him. I'm sure the little mite's hungry. What are you looking for exactly? You've come buzzing back, Mr. Wallace. As a bee to a blossom, eh?
I wonder, Miss Flit, if you would be so kind as to, hand me that tea bag.
Tea bag, Mr. Wallace? What tea bag?
The one on your, ooh.
Are you feeling quite well, Mr. Wallace?
Perhaps you'd like to give the purple pansies a sniff. You'd have to, lean over, of course, but...
I see no point in leaning over and sniffing my purple pansies. I'm giving them the cold shoulder until they decide to shape up and bloom for me.
They say that the blooms lower down on the plant give off a sweeter scent.
Is that so?
Yes. You'll discover if you lean way down
The
that...
topmost blooms are perfectly adequate to my needs, thank you.
They say that the blooms lower down on the plant give off a sweeter scent.
Is that so? The topmost...
I realise this may seem a trifle irregular, but Major Crum insisted I show you this. It's...
A snail? In my garden? Have you lost your mind, Wallace?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I wonder where Major Crum disappeared to. The living room door's stuck. Oh, right. It's a storage room now. It's a comfort...
Wallace! Thank heavens you made it to the shelter! I'd given you up for lost. Caught in the crossfire, were you? What's the news from above, citizen? Chaos and destruction?
Pardon me, Major. About those protein bars of yours.
Rations, Wallace. Emergency rations for... emergencies, obviously. Been stockpiling them since the war. Enough nutrition in them to feed a man under fire for a whole day.
And very tasty they look, too.
Tasty? They're foul, but packed with high-strength protein.
I'd love to try one.
Out of the question, I'm afraid. You don't have clearance. And besides, protein bars are only issued in the event of civil emergencies. Orders are orders, Wallace. By George, this is an emergency! Private Gromit! I hereby issue you one protein bar. Guard it well, and see that it lasts you all day. Wallace, here's one for you as well.
Much obliged.
I'm not sure I like that big fella's attitude. You there! Salute when an officer addresses you.
But Major Crum, that's a...
Thank you.
Gromit, old chum. Slip me that protein bar Major Crum gave you.
You'll do no such thing, Private Gromit. I gave you your protein bar for the day, Wallace. I won't have you catching another from the enlisted men. Ha!
I need flowers for my machine, Major Crum. It works on flower power.
Not one of those wretched hippies, are you, Wallace? Ha!
My workers are very devoted to their queen. There's the... Place could use a good spring cleaning.
You've got to get your mind off the carnage up there. Would you like to hear one of my old war stories? I'd help pass the time.
Well, I hate to...
Of course you would. I brought visual aids. I can still see it perfectly after all these years. It was toward the end of the war. There I was, marching with my regiment across those...
What a face!
That's me kitted out for heavy combat. That helmet took many a dent before the war was through. Without it, I could have become seriously loopy.
Take my advice, Wallace. Never go into battle without a regulation helmet like the one in this picture.
Who's that fellow?
That's me as a young recruit, off to basic training. How I cried when they cut off my golden curls. But I cheered up as soon as they issued me with a beautiful set of dog tags. Dashed useful dog tags if you happen to forget your rank or name. You've got it right there. Never go into battle without your dog tags, Wallace. 3 weeks later...
Now, there's a sight.
That's me posing with Mother next to my 40mm Bofors. Look at the size of that monster. Big Betty, we called her. The gun, not your mother.
Sounds like you were quite a soldier, Major Crumb.
Well, Wallace, why the past tense?
Oh dear.
Once a soldier, always a soldier. Something you civilians will never grasp. And I'd be happy to prove it by charging into the fray. That is, if I were recommissioned and had a proper helmet with a cute little brim, and if I could find someone to take charge of this shelter and distribute the protein bars. Wait! Careful, Wallace. You're heading into hostile territory. The enemy has clearly landed, and most likely set up camp in West Wallaby Street. Who knows what the Blighters have done to our once peaceful neighborhood? If you make it back alive, you'll have to give us a full report. In the meantime, eat your protein rations. The protein will keep your strength up, especially if you're captured. Brave lad! We'll keep the home fires burning.
So that's where the dog tags went. I'm sure Gromit will be glad to get them back. Last night's bedtime snack. Gorgonzola makes a nice change from Wensleydale. This call box has been a boon for Gromit. No matter where he is in the house, he's never far from his master's voice. Phew, that'll put me right to sleep. Time for a nap. Oh, no, better not. Oh? Trap door. I might find the answer to my problems here, but searching through these books would take me all day.
What is it, Mr. Wallace?
I need that tea bag.
I see no tea bag.
Right, there.
Where?
Sitting,
Sitting?
on your,
My what? The man is quite mystifying sometimes.
no.
Well, look who's back. Returned to the scene of the crime, have we?
It's a smart-looking helmet.
Aye, but it ruins me hairdo. Flat as a pancake, so you can't do a thing with it.
Oh. I already did that.
Did what?
Fancy some cheese, Officer Dibbins?
Don't mind if I do. This cheese, it doesn't come with strings attached, does it?
Not string cheese, no. It's gorgonzola.
It's an attempted bribe, that's what it is. I'm watching you, Wallace.
The Sniffer 3000. Constable. Oh,
I'll be... Time we had a little chat. Look at me when I'm talking to you. That's what I like to see. Now you've had time to think, what can you tell me about what happened yesterday? Feel bad about what you did, do you? He's weeping. Maybe this contraption's got feelings after all. Now, I want a truthful answer. If I release you from custody, will you do it again? Well, I'll be damned. The prisoner has been interviewed.
yes.
And having exhibited signs of repentance, I am prepared to release him into your protective custody, provided, Wallace, you give me an assurance that you'll keep your blinking eye on him. Or it. Or whatever he answers to.
Oh, I'll keep an eye on him, Constable Dibbins. You have my word on that.
You see, Private Gromit, I told you he'd make it back to us alive. Our Wallace is a fighter. Bagged a few of those blighters, did you?
Great news, Gromit. I found those dog tags you misplaced. Now you can walk around looking official.
any news from above. Gad, how I wish I were back in the fight!
It isn't like Gromit to be so absent-minded. I found these in the hall, Major Grom.
Dog tags! I've been recommissioned! Bound to happen, of course. Can't leave good military material sitting on the shelf. My place is in the trenches.
Yes, that's all very well, I suppose. But I'd need a good sturdy helmet with a cute little brim like the one I had in the war.
Goodbye, Major.
Stiff upper lip. Private Gromit, you're out of uniform. A soldier should always be battle ready. Look at the big fella next to you. He knows where his helmet is. Ouch! What did you expect, Wallace? You can't snatch a soldier's helmet like that and not hear about it.
My word. I thought you might find this useful, Major Crumb.
A helmet? By George, Wallace, there's nothing like a good helmet. Makes a fellow want to put himself in the path of projectiles. If you know what I mean. By thunder, I'm a soldier again. Sir George is ready for his dragon. And yet, duty compels me to remain here. No one else to guard the Grotein bars. Confounded sense of duty.
If your heart's set on going into battle, Major Crumb...
Oh, it is, Wallace, it is!
Well then, I don't see why you shouldn't. Go back upstairs, that is.
But the Grotein bars!
I'm sure someone else can dispense those.
But who? It's a major responsibility, Wallace. I can't entrust these to just anyone.
Gromit could do the job.
Private Gromit? Can I entrust my precious cache of Grotein bars to a... No, perhaps so. He's proven himself a trusty foot soldier. Yes. If I am called away to the front, I'd feel comfortable leaving Private Gromit in charge. Good heavens! I shouldn't be skulking around in a cellar like a frightened rat. I'm a soldier, by thunder! Private Gromit, I hereby appoint you officer commanding this air raid shelter. Here, you pass out the rations. I've got a war to win. Charge!
Now to get my hands on a Grotein bar. Gromit! Request dispensation of Grotein bars, soldier. No, thank you. One unit of energized fluid for a creamy finish. One generous chunk of protein to give it texture. 66.6% of a quick-grow miracle muscle formula. A nice dollop of strontium and the formula will be complete. The quickest way in, perhaps. My goodness, what could that be?
Where?
There, on the ground, at your feet. You've got to bend over to...
Russ.
Oh.
Have you brought it, Mr. Wallace? Don't forget, Mr. Wallace, 50 gallons by sunset.
Ah. Justice always triumphs in the end. Purple pansies.
Hey up, Wallace, love. How's business?
Uh-oh.
Hey, it's not closing time yet. Ta-ra! Bye then.
Oops.
Here now, put that back up.
Purple pansies. That's fine where it is. Worth thinking about? No good. The Sniffer 3000 must be out of range. If you'd like to sample my honey, Mrs. Gabberly, there'll be a free tasting tonight at Mr. Panneer's Tea and Crumpet Festival.
Oh, is that so? Well, I'll have to pop by.
I wouldn't bother. He'll never make the delivery.
Those be? I couldn't help but notice the flowers on your window ledge, Mrs. Gabberly.
Aye, lovely, aren't they? Bring a touch of summer to the town square. Especially the purple pansies. Always been partial to pansies, me. You should see the flat. It's full of them.
They're blinking weeds, if you ask me. Can't abide them.
Oh, go and suck a lemon, you moaning ninny. Oh, now look what you've done, you clumsy oaf! And open up that window when I'm yelling at you!
All right, but only to prove your insults don't get to me anymore. I can deflect them all.
Is that so?
I'd be happy to take these flowers off your hands, Mrs. Gabberley. That is, if they make your husband unhappy.
That's a good reason to keep 'em, to my way of thinking. But go ahead if you want 'em.
Much obliged. Mr. Gabberley.
I suppose you've an insult for me and all.
No, I've no insult for you. Uh-oh.
Hey, it's not closing time yet.
Oops.
Here now, put that back up.
Felicity is partial to purple plants, I think. Felicity is partial to purple plants, I think. That won't do anything useful. That's not on. That space is reserved for flowers. Great big juicy ones, I hope.
What are you staring at?
At the, on your... I see no reason for that. Don't think they like this sort of thing. The magnetronic pollinator is the linchpin of the operation. My workers get their rations mechanically. No foraging in flower beds for them. Bon appetit. Oh. Not exactly a flood, is it? Request dispensation of grotein bars, soldier.
The sky is blue, and still it rains on yours truly. Ah, Mr. Wallace.
Not a good idea, that.
Don't forget, Mr. Wallace, 50 gallons by sunset.
Not worth doing. Purple pansies.
Hey up, Wallace, love. How's business?
Perhaps not. Purple pansies.
Drop by any time.
I'd really rather not. Wonder if the landlord would be interested in subscribing to my honey service. No sense in looking for new orders when I haven't fulfilled the first. Purple pansies.
And to what do I owe the pleasure of this return visit?
Not a particularly good idea. Shame my cheese is still in there, but never mind. Purple pansies. That mattress looks off.
I don't understand the delay. It's only 50 gallons of honey.
Well, the bees get a bit confused. They're on the modern metric system, you see. Takes them a while to do the conversion.
Oh,
Purple pansies. You're still in a puddle?
no point moving. The damage has been done.
Purple pansies. Purple pansies. No thanks. Pardon me, Mrs. Gabberley. I wonder, that is, could you spare a...
Verb.
Sorry?
Give me a verb, Wallace. An action word.
Oh, playing a word game, are we?
In a manner of speaking.
Oh, well, let's see. A verb. What about batter?
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one. Now I need a thing.
A thing?
Aye, you know, something physical you could touch.
Something I can touch. Gentleman?
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
Mild?
Oh, that's a corker, that is. Last one, nearly done. I need another thing. Or like a person or animal.
A person or animal? Now, let me see now. Toad?
Yes, that's a thing. Hey!
What is it now?
Oh, batter! A gentleman, you mild toad!
The toad is a noble beast, but mild. That's a cruel blow.
A good solid insult, I thought. But maybe we need to think different.
That was an interesting word game, Mrs. Gabberly.
Want to play again? I need a word, Wallace.
How about cheese? It's one of my favourites.
No, an action word.
Oh, yes, an action word. How about lift? That's an action.
Fine, that'll do. Now a thing, if you please.
Right, a thing. Turkey?
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
Put down potty.
You're good at this. And finally, a person or a thing.
A person or a thing. Turkey?
Yes, that's a thing.
Hey! What is it now?
Whole lift! A turkey! You potty! Turkey!
I must be potty, I married you!
He's proud of being nasty, that's the problem. But maybe that's his weakness too.
Purple pansies. You've got quite a vocabulary, Mrs. Gabberly.
Another round now. Give me an action word.
How about the verb to stew?
Fine, that'll do. Now a thing, if you please.
Right, a thing. Toad?
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
Mild?
You're good at this. And finally, a person or a thing.
A person or a thing. Put down prune.
Yes, that's a thing.
Hey!
What is it now?
Oh, stew! A toad! You mild prune!
Truly, I do enjoy me long bath. Mild! Ouch!
Abuse just bounces off him, the old blowhard. Maybe we should take the opposite approach.
Well, I suppose you're busy.
Don't go, pet. I need your help. Now, give me an action word.
How about the verb to stew?
Fine, that'll do. Now a thing, if you please.
Right, a thing. My suggestion would be prune.
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
Mild?
You're good at this. And finally, a person or a thing.
A person or a thing. Gentleman?
Yes, that's a thing.
Hey! You mild!
Hey! You do know how to wound a bloke, Winnie.
Eee! Ha ha! got him that time. Serves him right for being such a grumpy old grandad.
Would you mind, if that is, could you see your way fit to lending me that pot of pansies, Mrs. Gabberley, for business purposes?
Business purposes? Well, be my guest. I've got bunches of them.
Miss Flint, if you'll just take a look at the pansies, I think you'll...
I told you, Mr. Wallace. I refuse to let those yellow hooligans have the satisfaction of... Oh, Paul, you see? They're mending their ways. They just needed a firm talking to, that's all. Mother forgives you, you naughty little pansies. Sweet satisfaction, Mr. Wallace.
Yes, indeed. Very sweet. One dose of strongium into the mix. Now to mix up my very own quick grow muscle formula. That ought to do it. No, the mixomatic's all mixed up. Stop! Stop! Help! Gromit! Oh, thanks, lad.
Checking to see if anything's sprouted yet, Mr. Wallace.
Well, as a matter of fact, Miss Flit...
Really? I don't see what you're hoping to... Oh! I don't believe it!
It works! It works! The homemade quick grow miracle muscle formula works! We're in business, lad. You see, Gromit, look where a bit of enterprise can get you. If I hadn't found that flyer you chucked in the bin, I'd never have been able to concoct my Miracle Grow formula. And then where would we be? You really must be careful what you chuck out, you know. Blinking Nora!
Oh, my word! I think I'm going to faint.
This ought to be plenty of fuel for the old pollinator.
That's champion, that is. 50 gallons of honey, and just in time for my annual tea and crumpet festival. Pleasure doing business with you, Wallace.
Always aim to please our bees. That's the last of our bills, Gromit, and we've got just about enough left over for that little holiday we've been planning. This year, I fancy, Blackpool. Oh, yes, lad. I think our money troubles are over at last.
Air raid! Air raid! Petrol
Oh, dear.
stations everywhere!
Not this again.
Excellent vantage point. Prepare for a crash landing, you devils! Sorry, Wallace, but I'm going to have to commandeer your dining room.
Now, just a minute, Major Crump.
No time to argue, old man. The whole town's under bombardment. But here they come!
What's in heck, Gromit? Giant bees!
Heaven help the good citizens of West Wallaby Street! Civilians out!
But
that's an order, Wallace. Private Gromit, kindly escort this civilian from the battle zone. Carry on, soldier! That's right, soldier! Help steady my aim! Auf Wiedersehen to you, sir! Got him! Cheeky devils won't stay down! We'll have to trap 'em! Cheeky devils won't stay down! We'll have to trap 'em out here! Nothing quickens the old pulse like getting off a few rounds of ammunition! Wonder what else we can shoot at! Got him! And got away! Blast! Missed him! Got him! Found and got away! Bullseye! Blimey! Bullseye! Bullseye! Got him! Blast and double blast! Into the dustbin of history for you, my friend! Bullseye! Back in the air! Blast it! Blast and double blast! got him! Found and got away! Confound it! Missed him! Auf Wiedersehen to you, sir! Back in the air! Blast it! Auf Wiedersehen to you, sir! Back in the air! Blast it! Auf Wiedersehen to you, sir! Back in the air! Blast it! Into the dustbin of history for you, my friend! Right where he belongs, the fiend!
I'm doing my part, dash it all, but the infantry has to pitch in too. Those little soldiers with the pointy helmets are just standing there.
Confound it! Got the blatter! Bag the bounder! Try getting out of that one, fly boy! Bullseye! Got the blatter! Blast and double blast! Got the blatter! Blast and double blast! The blatter! Blast and double blast! Blast! Bullseye!
What's the matter with all those little soldiers in the pointy helmets? Perhaps if they had better weapons, they'd be more useful to the cause.
Bullseye! For Queen and country, soldier!
Good heavens, Gromit, you don't suppose those monsters have anything to do with our honey-making operation, do you? bumbling heck! My quick grow formula, it didn't just affect the flowers. Just hope it's a wrong number and not more bad news.
Look what those merciless monsters did to my beautiful flowers.
I fail to see how that gnome could be of assistance. He doesn't even have his little cricket bat anymore. I fail to see how that gnome could be of assistance. He doesn't even have his little cricket bat anymore.
Private Gromit, it's looking grim out there. Good man, Private Gromit. Bullseye! If you see that! Ha! Blew him right out of the sky. That'll teach him. A thrilling sight for you, Private Gromit. Why, I feel like a young man again. Calls for a celebration, Private. Meet you in the mess in 20.
Yes, Mr. Pannier. Well, of course you're upset. Being dive-bombed by giant bees isn't good for any business. We're doing all we can to get the situation under control. Normal honey service will be resumed as soon as possible. With normal-sized bees. That's a promise. There's a giant fly in the soup, lad. And it's shaped like a bee. They're taking over the town. Time to read the riot act. I am their employer, after all. Oh! They won't listen. They're completely out of control. This honey business has a sting in the tail and no mistake. Oh! Do something, Gromit! Hello, from B to... Oh, Constable Dibbins. I know Constable Dibbins. Yes, Mr. Pannier said... Careful with the auto-flip frying pan, lad. The timer mechanism is very delicate. It's liable to spring at odd moments. Well, if I could, I would. Oh, but it's not that simple, you see. Well, of course I'll try. Gromit will be happy to. Oh, he's very capable. Trained him myself, I assure you. I know Constable Dibbins. Yes, Mr. Pannier said. Yes, I know, it's terrible. Oh, I don't know that I'd say that. Well, after all, it was an innocent mistake with the ingredients. Well, when you put it that way, Constable Dibbins, yes, I'll certainly try to. Gromit's working on that. Oh dear. No, I wasn't aware. I see. But the good news is... Oh, not that bad, eh?
Ah, Mr. Gabble here. I ain't much good at eating humble pie, but I spoke out of turn yesterday. You're not a daft apers after all. What I said to you, I take it all back. You're a credit to the town. Just a minute. What's this? Ah! Giant bigot bees! Oh my giddy heart! There's only one nincompoop round here what could have caused this!
Well, if I could, I would. Oh, it's not that simple, you see. Well, of course I'll try. Gromit will be happy too. Oh, he's very capable. I trained him myself, I assure you.
Somebody call the police! Get the artist! Do something about these bees! I am stuck in my job! I cannot get out!
I said, get out! I may be knocking on, but I ain't finished yet. Back again, pet. Nice to see another soul game enough to stand up to them bees, even if it is, pardon the expression, a dog. Here now, you lummock, put that back up. It ain't closing time yet. Always gallivanting round that one. Can't sit still for a minute.
Is that you, Winnie? Are you coming back to me at last? Oh, it's just that dog. Buggy off, you mongrel. And if she sent you, tell her I ain't gonna come crawling. Gabbly, don't beg.
What do you want? No, it's you. Don't tell me. You want me to do something about the giant bees? We're on the case, all right? Them buzzing bandits will feel the full weight of the law, make no mistake. But, well, it's complicated. Don't know what the charges would be, exactly. Nothing in the penal code about giant bees, so far as I can see. But rest assured, I'm looking. Until that master of yours, he left summit behind. There was another cheese too, but I kept it for me sandwich. Fair payment for me troubles, says I.
For the love of Mike, Winnie, you want to get a seat full of stingers? When you gonna shut down that blinking shop and come upstairs?
When are you gonna say sorry for them rough things you said to me before?
Bah! Never seen such a contrary old mare!
Well, if that ain't the lemon calling the mustard sour.
Oh, blinking Nora, look at Mr. Panea, shut up in his shop like a prisoner, and all on account of a few blinking bees. You don't see Winnie Gabberley chucking in the towel. Didn't close during the hedgehog riots of 72, and I ain't closing now. Besides, where would I go if I did? I ain't going back tit flat with old man Gabberley. Not till he says he's sorry. Tossed out all me pansies, he did.
Close the gate and park your carcass up here, Winnie!
Please close the gate.
No! Gabberley don't say please and he don't say sorry.
Never.
To some, maybe. But not to his wife if he don't feel like it.
Yoo-hoo! Gromit! Up here! My poor flowers! Violated by those buzzing brutes! Now, listen to me, nice doggy wuggy. I'm trapped in this tree by giant bees. Do you understand? You must take a message to your master. I need him to get me down from here. Can you tell him that? Oh, wait a minute. Give him this. It's a note. Oh, tell him to hurry. I can't hold on much longer.
Yes, I know, it's terrible. Oh, I don't know that I'd say that. Well, that's nice, Gromit. In case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a bee situation. I'm on the phone with Constable Dibbins. You can show me your artwork afterwards. Well, after all, it was an innocent mistake with the ingredients. Well, when you put it... said. Yes, I know. Well, after all, it was an innocent mistake. With the ingredients. Well, when you put and after all, it was an innocent mistake with the ingredients. Well, when you put it that way, Constable Timmins, yes,
Music soothes the savage beast, they say. I suppose I am a bit out of practice. Music, so I suppose I...
yes, I know, it's terrible. Oh, I don't know that I'd say that. Well,
Oh, stop a while, will you? Got no one to natter with today, and you're a real good listener.
Ah, Mr. Gabble here. I ain't much good at teaching humble pie, but I spoke out of turn yesterday. You're not a daft apers after all. What I said to you, I'll take it all back. You're a credit to the town.
Well, fighting dogs come limping home. There now. Weren't so hard, were it?
Is that you, Winnie? Breaking code of silence, are you?
No need for silence now you've shown a bit of humility.
Humility? Me? Never!
Oh, you don't fool me. You're just a big old softy, and I know it. I need me head examined, keeping shop open when town's crawling with giant bees.
What's got into you, Winnie? Stay back, I say! Oh, Winnie Gabble!
Listen here now, my canine constable. It isn't strictly police procedure, but I might see me way clear to deputise you. Just temporarily, mind, until this bee problem is taken care of. Would you like that? Right then. I hereby deputise you. Go get 'em, boy. But don't hurt 'em. That'd be police brutality. Catch 'em alive if you can. Sorry for the delay, Mr. Paneer. I think you'll find the streets are now bee-free.
Thank heavens for the boys in blue.
Now, I'll have to ask you to accompany me to the station. There's some paperwork we need to fill out. Nothing too bothersome.
Happy to do my part.
It's citizens like you what make my job a pleasure, Mr. Paneer. Who is it? You again? Off with you now. Very busy at the moment. Haven't time for inquisitive dogs.
I know Constable Dibbins. Well, yes, like I said, he's very well trained. Right then, Goodbye, Constable. Good work, lad. Seems you took care of the downtown gang good and proper. But so long as they're still supersized, our job's only half done. I'd better get to work on a reverse growth formula. What's this, lad? An SOS note? From Miss Flit. Why didn't you show it me earlier? Hang on, Miss Flit. Help is on the way. Ow! It's no use, lad. The bees outside may be neutralized, but the ones inside are still buzzing mad, and they won't let me leave. It's up to you, Gromit. Yes, I know, Gromit. Poor Miss Flit is up a gum tree. I'd love to ride to the rescue, but the bees have taken over the asylum, and I'm a prisoner in my own kitchen. I'd better stay here where I can do the most good. You take care of the bees in the cellar. You're good with animals. You've pacified all the bees, Gromit. Good lad. I knew I could count on you. That's right. Poor Miss Flit is still trapped in that tree, isn't she?
Help! Get me down from here!
Don't panic. I'm coming, Miss Flit. Oh, it seems I'm underdressed.
Gracious!
Hang on, Miss Flit.
My saviour!
So that's the story, Miss Flit. I'm afraid my miracle growth formula led to some supersized problems.
I hope you're going to get rid of the infernal stuff.
Oh, I am. And rest assured, all the bees have been dealt with safely and humanely.
Well, that's a relief. But weren't you scared facing down an angry swarm of giant bees all by yourself?
Frightened? Oh, well, I was heavily outnumbered, of course, but they soon saw who was boss and that the sting was on the other foot.
I was terrified.
That's only natural, Miss Flit. Well, I had a twinge or two myself at times, you know, but keep a cool head. That's my motto. Look your adversary square in the eye and never let yourself get carried away. Put me down! Get off! It's got me! Lincoln Nora! The Queen's trying to turn me into royal jelly! The ingratitude! After I've built her a hive in solid brass and a magnetronic pollinator thingamajig to take all the hard work out of honey making. Oh, I'm beginning to think I should never have mixed this growth formula at all. I ought to chuck it away. Hey! Easy, old girl. No need to get excited. Put me down gently and no one will get hurt. Oh dear, nothing in the beekeeper's manual about aerial abduction. Help! Help! Gromit! Attaboy! I knew you'd come through! Get the ladder, lad! What are you waiting for, Gromit? Raise the ladder! Look out, Gromit! Keep your hands on the wheel! What are you waiting for? That's right, lad. Now raise the ladder. Oh! That's torn it. The ladder's broken, and I left the spare at home.
I've just got big balls.
Lend me a hand, Gromit. It's no use, Gromit. She won't let go. Ouch! That just makes her squeeze me harder. Ouch! That just makes her squeeze me harder. Perhaps our new, passenger... Lend me a hand, Gromit. Did you pick up anything useful when you passed through that barn, Gromit? That a chance? You'll have to think of a plan B, Gromit. On terra firma. Well done, Gromit. Gromit? Gromit! You all right, love? Oh, good show. We've made it through this little episode in one piece. More than I can say for the autopilot, I'm afraid. Oh, the autopilot! Oh dear. Looks like our troubles aren't quite over. Look out behind you, Gromit! Keep her at bay. I'll try and lose her in here. Fight fire with fire. That's what they always say. Though why they'd say a daft thing, never know. I don't reckon we're gonna lose her in this tunnel after all. Oh, perhaps it'll get too narrow for her to follow. Dear friend, tired of being pushed around, ready to unleash the giant within, must be taken internally. I suppose it only works if it's swapped.
All the resources of his limited intelligence are attuned to one goal, and one goal only. How best to...
If I leave, who'll drive?
The master...
Still plenty of honey in the old tank.
of beasts you bear any amount of abuse or indignity.
Give her the what for, Gromit?
Curl up at his master's feet. But if he's ever separated from the master, then the dog becomes inconsolable. He would brave any elements, cross deserts and mountains, swim oceans, to be reunited with his master.
Fight fire with fire. That's what they always ever known.
A dog will willingly sacrifice his very life to save his master from danger. He'll fight wild cats and dodge bullets. He'll even drag his master's comatose body across frozen tundra, raging blizzards if he has to.
I don't reckon we're gonna lose her in this follow.
Some rare and tropical disease, the dog will give up years of his life and often invest his entire savings to find an antidote. From whence comes the dog's ferocious loyalty? Among all,
The internal.
it is his privilege to be counted a companion to the human being, the pinnacle of creation. And as part of our National Dog Owners Weekend schedule, you can catch the repeat performance of this program every 2 minutes without interruption. True.
I suppose.
All the resources of his limited intelligence are attuned to one goal, and one goal only. How best to please his master. The master is as of a god to win. A smile of approval and a pat on the head to the dog. These are the greatest rewards imaginable. The friendliest of beasts will bear any amount of
We're going to repurpose the classic routine of Billy in her bonnet. One more time, Martin. One more time, Martin.
Give her a dose of her own medicine, lad.
Oh, so Letty. I'm in the baby, Martin. Please don't buy your daft apers. They stink.
Fight fire, never know.
Tiny teeth marks. Well, I'll be... That's right, queer behaviour for a bee. No, it was...
Don't
shoot till you see the whites of her eyes.
You must have done something to deserve it.
I never. I've been a blooming angel all blooming day.
Well, where's your problem?
Come again.
You've been blooming. Right, I must have thought you were a flower.
Acne smell makes expensive.
I don't reckon we're going to lose her in this tunnel after all. Oh, perhaps it'll get too narrow.
It's made from the concentrated essence of wild mountain flowers.
Wild mountain girls, more like.
Naturally, it would attract a discerning bee. Don't be daft. How could a fly disguise itself as a bee?
Wear a yellow jacket, of course.
Ooh, yeah, right waspish today, Lottie Hardcastle. Don't know why I turned to you for sympathy.
As you know, I'm a shoulder to cry on, pet.
Your shoulder could accommodate a whole funeral party, Lottie.
You saying I'm big, let alone stocking?
Not saying you're big exactly.
Cheeky mare, I've just got big bones.
Big bones? Is that all that's left of the sheet you ate last night? Not that you want to rub it in and out, but on Mosh Day, you're the only woman I know who needs a rope and tackle to get you moving.
Like fire with fire. That's what I never know.
Listen to her talk. I like my size, thank you very much. I'd rather be big than a pipsqueak like you. Where did you buy that outfit? The Mini Mart?
How'd you guess? Smashing ensemble, don't you think?
I don't reckon we're going to lose her in this tunnel after all. Oh, perhaps it'll get too narrow for her to follow.
Just a 36-year-old girl.
It's not for her. You see, she's having a tea party and Danny's got nothing to wear.
Here now, Lottie, pick on someone your own size. And you'll be looking for someone down at the circles.
Well, that's another crack about my size, I suppose.
Dear friend,
So now, we warned him not to try carrying you across the threshold on your wedding night.
You know, I'm not surprised that'll be good.
Reunited with his master, he melts on his happiness. A dog will willingly sacrifice his very life.
possible.
Wild cats, dodge bullets, leave
Never know what for from it.
Toast body across frozen tundra, through raging blizzards if he has to. Or if his master is infected with some rare tropical disease, the dog will give
Fight fire with fire. That's what they never know.
and invest his entire savings to find an antidote. From whence comes the dog's ferocious loyalty among all the dumb beasts he alone.
Perhaps the honey could use a little kick.
National Dog Owners Weekend schedule. You can catch the repeat performance of this program every 2 minutes without interruption.
Truly, you've been blooming. That's
can't do everything myself, Grummet.
Here's a bandage.
Give her a dose.
Concentrate.
You can do it, lad. Give her a good dose, right down the old gullet.
Naturally, it was a chapter discerning bee. Sure it weren't a balloon bottle in disguise.
He bagged her, Gromit. Ooh, cracking teamwork, lad. Ooh, cracking teamwork, lad. I've done it, Gromit. I found the answer to that pesky growth formula. Now we can finally cut our bee problem down to size. Though there is one small complication.